Hello, once again we are back, we are live, I think, and we have set 10343, the Lego Botanicals Orchid. You can see that alright, give it a bit closer. There we go. It's been a while since I bought this and I've been looking forward to building it, but just haven't got around to it. Been focusing more on the Star Wars builds and the YouTube videos. Oh, hang on a sec, let's sort this out. Put some chilled music in on the background. What's the volume? So, yeah, it's been a while coming. Where's the, how do I open it? There we go. So, sorry I'm a bit late. I got a bit distracted. And as my mod will probably tell you, it's his fault, or he's okay with me blaming him. Oh, I should have the coffee. Yeah, we had a bit of a liquid lunch date at the pub up the road, because they've got a very nice selection of whiskies, so we had to try out a couple. So, let's get into it. Right. We have is that it? Two bags, two big bags. Oh. And a relatively thin instruction booklet. But then again, it's only got 274 pieces, so let's get the tray out. As we usually do, tray for the pieces. Oh. Hang on, let's do the old copy and paste. Hope you're all keeping well, keeping busy. Go, my Discord link for everything Lego and sci-fi and Doctor Who related. So, bag one. Oh. Oh, there's a lot. Oh, there's even a little mini bag. Mini bag. And there's lots of like. Oh, look at these funny sort of chunky quarter globe. Two of them. And then these like. Oh, there's more of them as well. Oh, they're not in view. Loads. Oh, we've got circular pieces. Two different sizes of circular pieces. So, one sort of beige, sandy coloured, and then yeah, just plain black one. So, another one of them, so there's four of them to make a, that'll be for the base of the vase, or the plant pot. These little bags are always bloody fiddly. Oh, whoops. So, onwards. Hello, sorry I'm a bit late, Foxy. I got a bit sidetracked. But I'm here now. Yes. Welcome, welcome. There's loads of these quarter circle chunky bits. Yeah, sorry to keep you waiting. Glad to hear your lovely voice. Oh, thank you. Hope you didn't start without me. Oh, yeah, I went to the pub for a liquid lunch with my best matey and my mod, Swampy. Hopefully he'll be on here in a sec when he gets home. He sent me a photo of the whiskey selection at the local pub not long up the road. And I was like, oh, time for a tasting session. Right, so we start with those kits in the box. Do you want me to give you a couple of seconds to rip all the bags open and stuff? I'm not in any hurry. Like I say, it's been a few months since I've met up with my mate, so it's nice to reconnect, have a chat. And it was my treat for the whiskies this time, so I was like, what the hell, let's do it. Now I'm good. Okay, right. So we start off with the big black circular plate with the hole in the middle. And what we got? We have a 4x1 with 2 studs on the end. Voice das. Where is it? What colour is it? Am I looking for... Ah, it's because I was looking for the wrong colour. Right, there we go, that one. So, 2 of those, and they go either side of the hole, I think, in the middle. Yeah, where's the other one? There we go. So I wonder what the hole's for then. It's not being used, I'd imagine. Right, and then is that, no, that's, is that, yeah, I got it right. So these little end pieces that have the outward studs to put stuff on, and then these are new pieces. I haven't seen these ones. So you've got like a half circle and then a pop, you know, a whole stud at the top. Usually you just have the whole stud in the middle of the circle, but they've separated into 2 halves. That's weird. So they go on the end, and there's 4 of those, so all the way around the circle. So what is it? So it goes, adds on to the end like that, and then all the way around at 90-degree intervals. Rinse and repeat. So one more of them, and like that, with another half circle with the pop stud. Oh, whoops. And then 90 degrees round. Hello Mel, you're right, sorry I was a bit... Hello Scorpion as well, they're all coming in. I had a nice bourbon at a Scottish festival 2 weeks back now. This is it. I can't remember the names of them, but we had two different ones. One was actually, I'll do the shout outs in a minute. Actually, my mind is ablaze. I'm sort of bourbons are nice, but I'm sort of a bit more of a single malt snob, unfortunately. I just like my single malts. I do like a bourbon sometimes, and if somebody offers me a bourbon, I'm not going to say no. Do you know what I mean? Especially if it's a cold night. Right, last one of those. Yep, so that's all them. And then this is a bit fiddly. Right, so directly, like compass points, directly in the middle of where these bits are, this point here, 45 degrees in between, is where you put like a one circular stud. Like so. Very intricate. So in the middle of the 90 degrees, and then the same all the way around. Yep. Hopefully we'll find out later why they've done that. Right. So it kind of forms a square in between the circle. Yeah, like I said, I was supposed to be 4 o'clock, but I got a bit sidetracked, so I ain't missed any bit, have I? Oh no, right. We got 2x3s, and they fit over the top of each 90-degree bit, all the way around. Hang on, Swampy the Second? Ah, yes. A minute, hang on a sec. Pause here. He's not a modern, needs to be. How do I do that? There we go. Yep, not Madman in the Blue Box granted moderate privileges to Swampy the Second. Yep, see, Swampy's the guy I went to the pub for some whiskies with. But, yes, following on from that train of thought, we had one that was sort of orange and was almost peaty and quite strong. And then the second one we had was like vanilla and caramel and a lot lighter. But yeah, and quite expensive. But the landlord did us a deal on the second one. No, it's alright, it's because that's your second profile. I hadn't modded that one. I modded your other one as well, so if you wouldn't mind doing a shout out for Scorpion and Mel, that would be cool. Thank you very much. Was it / shout out? Getting the madman out of his blue box, yeah. One of these days I wouldn't mind having a tattoo of a TARDIS on somewhere on my body. But then also of a Doctor Who Lego minifigure as well, so hopefully one of these days. Right, so oh, that's a bit of a funny weird one. What have we got here? So we've got a tile plate, grey, and then you put all these little grabber bits. Oh, excuse me, coffee burp. So you got like grabbers all the way, like, so it looks like a little, well, I don't know, kind of like a little insect. And then these little one studs with a little sort of thin outcrop. These are weird. So with the tile facing down, you put these little one studs with the little short outcroppings into the grabbers in each one. So I don't know what, that looks a bit weird. Ooh. That's weird. That kind of reminds me of a little mini, you know, like when they put those sucker things on windows to transport bits of glass. That's what that looks like. It's like, and you stuck it into the glass. So that. Ah, right. So you've got the clear tile plate here, and you've got the clear tile plate on here. So apparently, have I? No. So with the clear plate in the middle, you stick that onto the top. So you've got two tile plates facing each other. Right. So yeah, that's why you've got the flat tile and then the studs on either side, because they just clip on top. There you go. It's a bit weird, but right. And then we've got the quarter donut pieces, and that's what the little one circle studs are for. They go and hold in the donut pieces. So they're underneath here, forming a sort of hold strut for the donut piece as it goes round. Like you would put an extra table to a leg, an extra leg to a table underneath if the table was really big and needed support in the middle. That's kind of what that little one stud under there's for. So it gives it a bit of stability. So yeah, it just looks like a chocolate donut now. Hardy har. Right. So yeah, this is the this is the bottom of the vase that you put the plant in. Right. And like it says, turn it over. And you've got these little, these are a new piece as well, little fancy sort of legs. And they go, so which way? How do we do this? So they go, so the end of the kind of foot of the leg is underneath, rather than if you did it, no, I suppose you can only do it that way, yeah. So, and then all the way round, and then that's the little legs that it rests on. Like little mini table legs. Sorry, just don't. Sorry, I haven't been paying much attention to the. Cool. Oh, you done one for Foxy. Nice one, thank you. You get a shout out. You get a shout out. You get a shout out. Everybody gets a shout out. Yeah, you don't want to bite down on Lego. It's tough plastic. Do you know what I mean? If they're finding bits of Lego out in the ocean and they look, because they've been washed, they look brand new. Do you know what I mean? They've hardly been eroded or worn down. And they're finding that at the bottom of the ocean, or washed up on the beach thousands of miles away. I mean, if the apocalypse ever comes, that's, you know what I mean, the only two things that will be left over is cockroaches and Lego. Right, so that's the first bit of the vase done, with the legs done underneath. Yeah, it's quite a nice little, yeah. Unless anybody else comes in that I recognise that needs a shout out, no, I think that's all right for the moment. Unless anybody wants to pipe up and say, I want one. But no. Right, so this is where the chunky quarter globe bits come into play. Right, so how does this work? Think you? I mean, the only other thing, if you wouldn't mind, is put a YouTube link in there as well, if you can find it, because I put a Discord one at the start. And that's copied to my to my noteboard. But yeah, that's the only other thing. Right. Are they the ones with the? Yeah, they're the ones with the cross holes in. So we've got 2x4s, but with 3 Technic cross hatches going through the middle. So yeah, as we can see, there's pins to go in. So you've got to make a half globe. I think that's got to be the chunkiest ever bit of Lego I've ever got my hands on. Really. Right, so yeah. So how does this, I don't know, does it just sit there or does it pin? So it looks like it only pins at the top. So stick that there. So it's fairly solid, and then once we get the 2 pins, 2 little red pins that go in the centre of the 3 holes, and then we put another of the same 4x2 but with the 3 cross hatches going across over the top. Oh, hang on. The laptop's gone idle and looked like it switched off for a second. Yeah, because I was running behind time, I forgot to put all the Discord notifications in, but you know, all the people that wanted to be here are here, so it doesn't matter about the Discord. You know what I mean? We're doing the stream, we're doing it, and the only second important thing is to get all the download off to the other channel. So that's what will take most of the time. I'll spend most of the evening uploading the Twitch VOD. Oh, what's going on? Is it not working? Is video buffering? No, it's still going now. Oh, hang on, come on. Are we're still live? It's gone excellent. Excellent signal, okay. As long as we're still going. Cool, thank you. I just didn't want it to cut out and then there to end up being two videos, you know, 2 sections, but to start again. Because I didn't think this was going to be too much of a big build, so I want to upload it in one whole video. So we've got these 2 4x1 beiges that go either side of the top of here. Because it's kind of a bit of an upside down build from here on in, because you've got the anti-studs. Roaches building Lego. Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? If the apocalypse happens, that's all they'll have to do. That's all, you know what I mean? If there's Lego there, how are they going to pass the time? Right, so we've got these are weird as well. So we've got 2x1s, but they've got pop studs in either side, so you can attach stuff laterally to them. They're pretty cool. They'd be useful. So, but they go, because we've got the anti-studs coming up from the globe, they go side on. Right, a minute, hang on. We've got these 4x1 pinks. So we put 2 of them together, and then we put 2 of these ones on there, and a 2x1 grey on the top of that, and then you plonk it in on the side there, and then you do the same the other side. So, yep. And there we go. Interesting build techniques. Oh, excuse me. Right, and then it's like we're kind of sort of building up the layer of the rest of the base for the plant, but we're having to do it kind of backwards almost. So we get the 1x8 yellows, 2 of them on top each other, either side, but then these weird little, they're not a full 1x1 stud, they're sort of like 2 out of 3, and then they've got a hole in the top. So they go one from the end, and then more of these white ones with the holes either side. And then another one of them grey studs. Two by one grey on the top. Oh, and then we've got gold. Gold, the taste of it, the smell of it. I love gold. Right, we've got a few of these actually. I've never seen gold Lego bricks before. It's got to be a first for me. Shiny. Right, so we've got these little triangular steps. They go on the edge. And then you've got the circular kind of triangular over the top, and then the same down the other side. Oh no, hang on, you've got to do the other one first. Wow, gold bricks. Wow, very pretty. Right, and then they go onto this side of the circle, and you do the same for the other side. So we've got the other one. Ooh. Hope you can just about hear the dubstep in the background from Stream Site. Non-copyright music made for streamers by a streamer, namely Bob Duck and Weave. Right. More gold bricks. Very pretty. Shiny. So, and then that goes on the other side. we've almost built up all of the circle. Oh, scratch, scratch. Slurp of coffee. Good stuff. And then it's just a case of rounding off these bits here with the remaining gold bits. So yeah. It's not a perfect circle, but it's pretty close. Okay. Pretty robust. Right. And this is where the other slightly smaller circular plate comes in. So we've got 4 of these little hook things, so they go, hang on, I'll make sure I get this right. So all the hooks go inwards, but not like 90 degree angles. They go 2 next to each other, and then 2 on the other side. So you end up with that, and then that, because you've got the 4x2 with the 3 things in, the 3 holes in the middle, that just sits on like that, I think. Yeah. But hang on, I want to make sure it's in line properly. Hang on. There we go. Stood on stud contact. I want to make sure it's in properly. There we go. So, and then you've got the rest of the donut pieces. They just fit around the top, and that completes the. Have I got it right? Let's sit on like that. Very nice. There we go. So that's the stand complete, and that's bag 1 complete. That's very solid. That's yeah. That's pretty cool. I like that. We've got a couple of little tiny bits left over, but that doesn't matter. Right, and bag 2. Oh, always does that. And we've got 2 little mini bags in this one. Lots of green. Yep. Excuse me. Oh, done it again. That top went idle. Red card, no studs to be aggressively used. No, we can't have stud abuse. I mean, no Lego was harmed in the making of this video. Yeah, got all the bits. You know what I mean? We've got to put that disclaimer in, you know what I mean? Otherwise somebody might come along and say, you've got to take that video down because there was abuse to Lego. No such thing. I wouldn't say it's made to be abused, but you know, it's made of a plastic that's so hard wearing, like I said earlier, it will end up on the bottom of the ocean. So Oh, there's loads of little bits. We've got two different shades of green. We've got some sort of like peach salmon colour, and then we've got loads of little pink sort of flowers and stuff. Lots of little bits. Right. And right, so we're building the stem. So we've got actually a couple of Technic bits. Like I was saying to Swampy earlier, you know, you'd be surprised how many Technic bits come over from their sets to you know, all these other franchise sets or their own brand sets to make frames and, you know, infrastructures. Right, so what have we got? We've got a little tiny crosshatch, and have we got take these big ones out. What have we got? We've got, yes, we've got these. So that's what the feed that in there, and then we need another crosshatch but yellow and longer. Giggity. Right. Well, we're looking for am I just being silly? Can't find the bits. Ah, there we go. These little fiddly bits. 2x1 rounded edge with two cross hatches. Just need another one. Oh my god, can't find it. Oh, there it is. It's because it's so thin. Right, so put that on top, and then the other one as well. And then what's that? What a little. Okay. So that goes in under there, I think. How does that work then? So that goes in there, but then it just sits in the middle, so it can't move. So the hook pieces like pin it in. So if you were to take it, like if you were to move house or whatever, you could just take that out, and you could take it in two bits without having to take it all apart and put it back in the box. So it breaks into two for storage. Right, so oh, believe in better. Terms and conditions apply. Fuck off. Excuse my profanity, but you know. Right, so got one of these chunky leaf pieces that. Okay. So does it fix on? Okay, like that. with one either side, so it's big chunky. Oh no, the other one. So it's like one big chunky leaf, and that'll kind of like hang off the side here. And then underneath, one of these little bright green circular anti-studs, and that goes in between so it pins it on. There you go. So they ain't gonna come off randomly. And you do that again for the other ones. So same again. See, this sounds a bit like pendulum. Sort of like soft dubstep. Yeah. Right, yeah. So that's the two chunky leaves done. Oh, they are go. Ah, I thought they would go on later, but where do they connect to? Oh right, okay. Ooh. That's cool. So you've got a cross hatch in one end, but then you've got like a hinge point there. So that clips onto there, so you can adjust. So you don't have to have it in one position. You can, you know what I mean? But it clicks and it stays. It doesn't. It won't. Well, I suppose over time and use that will go a bit loose, but quite firm. Really. Another one on the other one. Yeah. So they. Okay. So from what it's telling me, it looks like. It's telling me to put them on. Yeah, it is, but is that going to fit? It's telling me to put them on one of these hooks, and then that has to go back in. And does it fit? No, what's? I don't know. Hang on. Definitely, yeah, some pendulum vibes. A little more liquid, yeah, that's what I mean. Sort of a bit softer than harsh, you know, the harsh, some of the. Cause it hasn't got any guitar, like jangly guitar in there either, so it's not as heavier. Oh, hang on. does that sit? Ah, right, I've put it in the wrong angle, so, but yeah, that should go in. There we go. It was just I was looking at it wrong. The way I put it in before, it's both the leaves and the bit in the middle, the stem, wouldn't fit in there, so, but yeah, no, it works. Cool, right, onwards. So, what we got now? We've got a bright green 4x2 with some of the curved sort of like cheese wedge triangular bits either side in the middle. Ooh, let's move that out of the way. Even from what I've built, I'm glad I bought this. It's going to look awesome when it's finished. Right, and then new as well. Sort of right angle, kind of triangle, but also down, you know, sort of curved and a quarter circle. So 4 of them all the way around. It's like say almost every other set that I'm getting, there's new Lego bits that have been made specifically for those sets. And then further down the line, you'll find other sets that have got those sets that first came in that set, and they've just ended up reusing them in a different design. That's what I love about Lego, it's always evolving. Yeah. So, turn that over. Put one of the little grip hinges on. Cheese wedge anti-stud over the top to secure it. And then another one of these little grip hinge points. That's very satisfying doing that. Have a listen. Unintentional ASMR. I hope you heard that alright. So, these little mini leaves then. So do we do 2 of them? Yeah, times 2, so do another one. So, tell you what though, I'm just glad I got all my shopping sorted out yesterday, so I already got spag bol and garlic bread baguette for tonight. Don't need to get any more milk, that's sorted. So I can just get this done, upload it to YouTube, turn it over. Thankfully, because it's not as long as a stream, because it's not as big a set, it won't take me as long to upload, so hopefully it'll be there before tomorrow. Like with the Star Wars build I did last Tuesday, because that was 3 hours, that still took a few hours to upload, so it wasn't there until the next day. But hopefully this one will be a lot quicker uploaded. satisfying. Right, there's the two little mini leaves. So where do they pinch onto? Are they on the... yeah, they must be within 2 points, so... right, yeah, so it's, yeah, you've got loads of different angles of articulation to suit how you want to display it. And then, there we go. I might swap this round at a later date so that it's more symmetrical. So, actually, I'll just do it now. You don't have to follow the instructions. So what I'm thinking is make them the opposite sides. There we go, see? Do you know what I mean? So it's more symmetrical. And then just have them up like that. I don't know, I might change it back, but I just like symmetry, do you know what I mean? That's why I ended up having to get the other nose ring done, because at the time I only had the one. The laptop's being a bit funny. Right, now I'm going to continue the stem up here. So 1, 2, 3. These little brown pieces that form the stem. And then like a little black piece that goes in the top, sticks in. Oh, hang on, what's going on there? I like that going. Maybe it's not supposed to. Oh. And then that goes in the top there. There we go, I'll turn it around so you can see the stem. And right, what have we got now? It's more, it's green stem now. A little red connector in, so you put that in the middle and then put them two together. Sort of angled hinge points. Excuse me. So it's like you've got a kink in the branch, and then one of these little weird things. So that yeah, I think yeah. So that goes in the side, and then. So that fits on the side onto the yellow bit in the middle, but then, oh no, I've got to do it at the same time. So you feed this bit that you've put in the side over the top of the little branch, the little stem, and then there we go, so it goes side by side. Right, and then we just extend the brown stem, and that's 5. Oh right, 5 of them. Huh, dude. Oh, I wonder if this reminds me of putting these one at a time to each other. It reminds me of those little pens that you get, that you had different colours that you stuck onto each other back in the day. I wonder how many of you remember them. So, 5 of them. Sometimes it was felt tips, and sometimes you could get crayon ones that were like it, and they would just have, for each little bit that you connected to each other, it was a different colour. So, right, so that sits on the top of there. And now we continue the stem of the actual plant. So, get a straight one, not an angled one. The green crosshatch connector. And then another one on top. And then a green angled one. So we're starting to create a slant. And then okay. I've done this wrong. Put them the wrong way. I think you have to make sure all the holes are facing the right way. Because I've just done it where this hole was the other side, you're facing the other way. I have to redo it. So, you just like sort of increasing this angle of the slant. And then what have we done? So 1, 2, 1 more. One more angled piece at the end, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, yep. Gotta check. See, did it again. I've put it the wrong way around. So I'll make sure all the holes are facing upwards. Yeah. Okay. I think that's right. Yep. So, and that just adds on to the end of what's here. Like that. Cool. Right. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty and the flowers. Lots of little bits. What else do you need to get affiliate? Not that it's important. Hello, wee Scotty. Thank you for coming. Nice one. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted there building. Didn't notice you were here. Thank you. Hello, mate. Welcome. What else do you need? Not that it's important. Would be cool to have you there. To be fair, I'm not really bothered. I'm kind of doing this for posterity. especially with uploading the videos to YouTube as a sort of a record of me building. I think the only thing that's stopping me from getting affiliate is the number of hours I do a month of streaming, which I don't do. I don't do enough. Because really lately all I've been streaming is the Lego. I haven't been doing gameplay from video games because I only did one on the birthday. I need to do more. That's fair, as long as you keep posting. Yeah, I do. I'm trying to do a mix of. I'll have to get my head into doing gameplay streams as well. It's just when I get into doing video games, I'm not really bothered. Yeah, take what we can get. Well, I'm definitely going to still keep doing the Lego streams on Twitch every so often, but there'll be more sets and content on YouTube, because it's just easier to put more videos out depending on the size of the set. If it's a little set, I can just bang them out. So, right, this is going to be a little bit more complex and fiddly. So, what have we got? We have these little cone pieces and little one studs with the outcrop on top of that. Oh, bloody hell, he's going idle. I wonder if all plants have that base. The bamboo, I think it's a very similar one for the bamboo, if not the same, yeah. You've also got the plum blossom, which was very tempting to get, which has got a slightly different base to it, but yeah. They probably just changed the colour of some of the bricks just to make it a bit different, but it's probably virtually the same. I wonder, yeah, I need to look at the bouquet, yeah. But I don't know, I'm more inclined to get the bamboo one than any of the others, just because it's cool. I like the shape and design of it. So, hang on. Right, okay, so we've got these weird little that's a new bit as well. It's kind of like a little branch off of a branch. So we've got two of those on top of that bit there. It's kind of like a sprouting branch. Change it around when I get bored. The bamboo is customisable, I mean they all are, but yeah. Has it got sort of like a alternative part of the instructions to show you where to put the different bits? I mean, I've considered buying some of the, the Creator 3-in-1 sets, because they look really interesting, and the fact that you could do, potentially I could do 3 different videos for the 3 alternate builds for the Creator 3-in-1s, which, if I ever see, because it's just none of them have grabbed me, but if I ever see one of those Creator 3-in-1 sets, then I think, yeah, you can change the heights of the stalks, so it's like, you can have it so it looks like it's growing. I bought my kiddo the plain 3-in-1. Yeah, that would be about 15-20 quid, if cheaper if it was in the sale. But yeah, so you can make it look like it's growing. It's cool. Cool idea. I haven't seen these bits for a long time. Can't remember when I first saw these. Oh, whoops. But these are like little buds that come off the side of the branch. Fresh growth. That's cool, man. Ooh. Yeah, so that's a little stalk with 2 little buds on it coming off little mini branches. And then, what's that? Oh. Yeah, that's why I got it. Cheapest set. I've found in a while. Yeah, I mean with the two YouTube videos that I've got, the little JCB Technic digger truck and then the off-road rally buggy. They were like, say, one was the off-road buggy was £10 and the JCB digger was like £4.50, half price. It was only £9 to begin with, but at £4.50 I was like, hang on. And that's the one that's got me the most views on YouTube, surprisingly, or kind of not surprisingly, because it's one of the shortest videos. I've noticed that the shorter the video, the more videos, the more views you're likely to get. I mean, it doesn't bother me how many views any of them get really, but it's nice to. I check in every few days and see what the number is. What's going on here? But it just, you know, just gives me a little bit of a buzz. People have no staying power. Oh, I don't know if I have any staying power compared to when I was a lot younger. But yeah. One of the reasons why I partake in the devil's lettuce. Not something to do with staying power. Giggity giggity. No, I've got the wrong piece. What am I doing? What is... Oh no, I haven't. No, it's just I had to... I prefer longer streams. This whole shorts malarkey just grinds my gears. It grinds my gears. So you got these little tiny, these are little buds as well, but like buds that are about to open into flowers. Tiny, tiny. And they go on the end of the little stalks. Oh. I mean, it doesn't make any difference to me, you know what I mean? Short streams, long streams. It's just long streams, I find, especially leaning forward on this chair, when I finish, I get up and my thighs and my hips are killing me. Getting old, mate. But it's all good. It's worth it. A little bit of pain. Oh, there you go. So you got the little trinity of little buds that are about to open and flower. So where does that go then? Oh, that goes on the end. So that goes on the end there and sticks out. And then okay, got little stalks that come out of each little of these holes along the top to put in little stalks. So lots of little fiddly bits. Yeah, as a streamer, the shorter the stream is better, but as a viewer, yeah, it depends on who you are though. I mean, sometimes, yeah, like I say, people have got short attention spans and they just want short videos, but it depends on what platform you're on as well. For me, I have my laptop on and like say, for one of you's watching me, it's like you're just chilling, watching me as a sort of like, I'm half watching you, but I'm doing something else in the background kind of thing. Just listening to me chilling, or you know what I mean. But it's the same with me. I'll be watching somebody on my laptop on Twitch, but I'll be playing with video games at the same time. Yeah, well, you know, I think as the generations go on, we'll You know what I mean? There'll be less and less people with an attention span. Unless something can be changed about that. So what's these little... These are, I think, are new pieces. So you've got a little hook piece on the end, and then you've got a circular one stud with a hole in it. That's weird. I think that's a new piece. And then that just sticks in at the top. I think that's most supposed to indicate a shoot coming out of this branch of the plant. So that sticks out here. And then is it not quite rinse and repeat, I don't think, but similar, right? So we have some of these pieces. Like I say, more Technic pieces, lending themselves to the Botanicals. And then little circular one stud with a hole in. Oh damn it. It's knocked all my Lego figures off. I've just seen on the screen them all fall over. Ah! Stand up. Stay standing up. There we go. Right. So, and then that over the top. So where does that go? That goes on the next one up. And how does it go in? So that goes in like that, does it? So that's like sort of a less developed shoot coming off, is it? I think that's how it's, yeah. So we've got, is it 1, 2, 3? Yeah, 3 more shoots. Right, but it's telling us to do, oh hang on. So it's the same for every one that's going up, right, okay, so we do more of those then. Go for it. The word sultry needs to be brought back to the mainstream. So sultry. What have you pinned on the... Well, it's not a word that gets used often, I think. You know what I mean? Sultry. I think that's the problem with modern English usage. A lot of words don't get used that are... People don't realise how descriptive some words are. They just kind of forget or lose the meaning. Is that right? Yeah. And then that one goes... That one goes like that, I think. Yeah, cool. Next one. Yeah, it's a great word. I mean, I still think moist is a great word, but there are forums and communities that are dedicated to them not liking words like that. like moist and moisture, moister than an oyster. Yep. It's like the guy that lives around the corner from me who's writing poetry. He's trying to get me, but he's trying to, I don't know if he's actively, you know, sort of trying to inspire me to write poetry again, but I've just not really had the inspiration. Right, so that goes. One, two, yeah, right, so we've got one more after this. So that goes on underneath. So it's a bit of variety, so every other one changes direction. So one's top, one's bottom, one's top. So one more. Is it one more? Yeah? Or have I done it wrong? Hang on. Okay, I've missed one. There's little weird hooks with the one stud. One of those needed to go in the middle, so this one needs to be changed out and put on the top. And then you put this little one there, that's it. So that's like that's not fully grown, whereas these ones are almost grown. Right, now, back to the plan. So, reminds me of a Christmas song. 5 gold rings. Is that right? So we've got 5 of, these are the, yeah, so this is the moisture, yeah. So these are the basis for the flowers, the orchid flowers. So take one of the gold rings and we put one of these little, not quite a grabber, but you know what I mean. So you put that in there. So that's okay. It's a bit fiddly. Hang on. Okay, right. So you have to put these little weird one studs with a circular end, and then push that all the way through so that it connects with the one in the middle. A bit fiddly, but quite intricate. And then we've got these little. These are these are from the 80s. You used to get these in the castles and knights. You know what I mean? The shields. But they've been repurposed as the petals for the orchid. You know what I mean? I used to have some of these with like a printed lion or an eagle on them, and you'd get one of these with every night minifigure. So how does that sit on? So that connects on at the front like that, and then you get one of these little pink petals, and you sit that on the top. Hang on. that out. You end up with that, and then you put a circular one stud on the top. Right, so you do that you do the same process for this, and then you do it 5 times to get all the different 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all the little orchid blossoms. Right, so that's why it's a gold ring. So you've got these bits. So they're the one stud, but the grabber's facing upwards instead of to the side. So, and then you have these little bits that are usually like toes or claws. And they kind of go upside down. And they attach to the little gold ring on the side and form, yeah. So you got another one on the other side. Right, that's it's quite intricate. So we've got, and then these little white pinion T-junctions, and that goes, let's move that off for the moment, that goes in the back, but with the T-junction bit facing down, and then we've got the orange flower bits, and that sits, yeah, underneath like that. That inside bit is the bit that attracts the insect, I think. So yeah, and then right, put the other 2 shield bits. Got 2 more of those rubber bits, put them on the side of the ring. Oh, hang on. I haven't paid attention again. So what have we got? We've got these. These are a new piece as well. They look like a little ring that you put on your finger, but it's a circular one stud with grabbers on the other side. So you put the circular grabber with the 1x1 stud, so you've got grabbers either side, and then the 1x1 goes onto the shield. Whoops. Oh, hang on. They've got to go at angles to each other. So one of the grabbers has got to be facing the other way to the other one. So imagine where they fit in. So the shield connects to there, and then goes on the side, and then you do it again for the next one. Oh, that was fiddly. Right, and the shield. Excuse me, got the hiccups. And then onto the ring. Oh no, wrong way, done it again. There we go, so there is, oh hang on, let's make sure it's all. So that's the individual bloom of the orchid. It's actually quite pretty and quite intricate. So I've got to do 4 more of those, and then I think that's the end. Like I say, a lot of, I've said before, a lot of Lego is repetition, rinse and repeat. So, we go back to the start there, we get another gold ring, and the little grabber thing. And we do it all again. So we put that in the middle again, and we all the way through so it connects. I haven't got a driving licence, so there's no point advertising cars to me. 2, 3 more to go. Right. Shields. Number 3. Oh, whoops. 4, last one, nearly done. Right, last gold ring. Right. Ooh. Oh, that's weird. They didn't give us they didn't give any spares of the shields. But we have got loads of little spares. Just I thought there would have been at least one of the shields spare. Right. Right. So front and centre, because we're putting all of these on the plant, and you need to see them all. So let's see what angle you put them on. Oh right. Okay. So let's turn it round so you can see it going on at front. So we put one there. Excuse me. Right, one there. And presume one there. Facing upwards. Like that. And then one on here. I've got them all. I think of all. Hang on. Alright, let's face that one round that way. That one that way. last one is on the end here. So oh, ow. Let's have a look at it from the front. Camera view. Just might need a bit of adjustment. They're not in the way of each other, kind of. There we go. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get it, isn't it, that way? There we go. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how. Is it in view okay? Push it a little bit forward. There we go. We are all done. Oh. So, ease, yeah. So have you done yours, have you? That's really pretty. And I'm going to display it on the fireplace that's just up in the corner there. Yeah, kind of like that direction. Not yet, I got sidetracked with, no, that's, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do, it's life. But maybe you could watch the VOD again as you're building it, maybe. It's up to you. But, you know, no worries. I was looking at his Lego to see what he has or doesn't have. Well, we're getting closer to Christmas, this is the thing, you know what I mean? You've got to make plans for what Lego you're going to get him to, you know, increase his collection. Thank you, Mel. Yeah, it does look amazing. It looks really pretty. Like I say, I'm going to have to get more of the same to birthday is in 2 days. Too. Oh, happy birthday to him, mate. Well, I hope he gets some nice new Lego then for his birthday. Put on the shelf with the other ones. Yeah, it's really pretty, this Orchid. I really like it. Yeah. I think I definitely, that's come out nice, yeah, reet nice. I think I am going to have to get the bamboo one though, to go with it. I can't just have one on its own. Like for example, if I have you know, in any flat that I get in the future, if it's got a fireplace with the top to it, reet nice, yeah. I can have one either side of the fireplace, do you know what I mean, on the other side of the stand at the top. That would be cool. But yeah, I can't just have one on its own. But there's quite a few. There's this one, there's the bamboo, there's the plum blossom. I think there's another 2 or 3. Plus you've got the two bonsai trees, which I wouldn't mind one of. But you know, all in good time. I don't want to run out of space just to display and store them, because you know what I mean. I'll just end up having boxes in cupboards that haven't been built. So, right, let's go and find somebody to raid. Go back to that. Back to Twitch. I think I know who I'm going to raid, if they're still on, that is. Somebody different to last time, because last time I raided Triple Air. Yeah, they're both on, to be honest, but I've already raided triple once last week, so I'm going to raid Akuma Panda. So, thank you all for coming and watching me build this delightful little plant. Very pretty and cool. And yeah, I might not be doing one next Tuesday, but I will try and do one the Tuesday after, because I've got another two of the Star Wars micro fighters, but one of them I'm still waiting to be delivered. So yeah, pending. So I should let you know on my Discord and in any other people's Discords of when the next Twitch stream will be. But I have got other straight to YouTube little mini vids that I'm going to be putting on there in the next few days, maybe at the weekend. So yeah, let's type in the raid message / raids, and then Akuma, and then Panda with 2 A's after. ANDAA. Thank you for the stream, always chilling, hanging here. Thank you very much. It's, you know, just nice that you all come along, you know. You appreciate Lego. You appreciate chilling and hanging out here. So, let's raid, let's put that through. So yes, thank you very much for coming. Big thumbs up. And like I say, it won't be next Tuesday, but it'll be Tuesday after that I'll be doing another stream, and that'll be the first order snow speeder from the sequels, and then a classic snow speeder from the original films, particularly The Empire Strikes Back. So right, I'll press the raid button and off we go. Bye. Right, gotta switch off this though, haven't we?